So we have 6 reasons why walking away creates attraction. After a breakup, you probably think that when your ex told you that they were done with you and they never wanted to see you again, you can still get your ex back. And the best way to do that is by walking away. Walking away not only creates attraction, but it shows that you're not willing to stay where you're not wanted. And that's approaching it from a position of respect. It's approaching it from a position of power and approaching it from a position of high value and high self-worth. You're behaving in a lot of ways that are uncharacteristic of you, and it's pushing your ex away. The neediness, the clinginess, the desperation, like the drunk dialing, the drunk voicemails. It's drive-bys,
calling the mama up.
Your mind is telling you you know better, but your heart won't allow you to actually walk away. These are dark days for you, but the thing is, you have to have a little hope, because it's always darkest before dawn. You're doing a lot of uncharacteristic things, a lot of unsavory things, but you have to understand that you are not the sum of your mistakes. You are not your mistakes. The mistakes that you're making to push your ex away, they don't define you as a person, because you're grieving. You're dealing with a loss. You're dealing with probably the toughest loss that you've had to endure. This person was your best friend. This was the person that you wanted to take your last name. This was the person that you wanted to be the father of your children. You're grieving, and it's normal to behave in a manner like this. And you're not a bad person because of it. It means you're human. You're hurting, you feel pain, and the reason why you're acting like this is because your judgment is being clouded by pain and by fear. And we never make the best decisions when your lens is covered by fear and by pain. And you might not feel that you're not enough and you're worthless, but that's not the case. Yes, you are acting in a way that doesn't show your highest self, doesn't show your worth, but you have worth, you have value. You just got away from it a little bit. So by walking away is allowing this period of time is allowing you to regain your value, to regain sight of it, and to show it to your ex. But you can only do that by walking away and realizing that you are enough and you do have value.
It took everything in me not to scream amen. Amen.
Well.
So another reason why walking away creates attraction is because you have that fear of loss. And it works for like guys and girls. And I'm thinking about my situation, okay? My ex Jillian that I always talk about.
You gonna be okay?
Man, shout out to my therapist though. She helped me out a lot. Not enough though, man, because I still cry about it. But when she broke up with me, man, it was nothing but like crazy anxiety, man. Like I was like, my stomach was just like ripped apart. My heart was just like, it had holes and like bleeding out of every different direction. It wasn't even like beating right. Yeah. Blood pressure was like crazy high. All I wanted to do was just like vent to somebody. I was venting to all my friends to the point they got tired of hanging out with me. My own little baby sister was like, Opus, leave me alone. I mean, she didn't want to hear it, but I was just like, all I want to do was just like talk to somebody, like venting about how I wasn't such a bad guy and how I want her back and I'm sorry about what I did to like these, you know, just a random stranger. Hey, how you doing? Oh, it's a rough day. Me and my girl broke up. This and that. I'd be in the grocery store checkout line, vent to complete strangers about how heartbroken I am and how much I miss Jillian. And it's that anxiety thing that guys get, and then you start feeling like I gotta do something. And it's like it sits in your head. And you just want to do something, and it just hurts deep inside knowing that you're helpless. You can't make her love you again, and your whole just life is like falling apart. Most women know you're hurting, okay? When you start doing all the crying and begging and stuff like I did, she's happy because she broke up with you for whatever reason. When you walk away, she has this anxiety, wondering why you aren't calling and begging for her back and pleading and baby, I miss you, come back to me like all the other guys do. So she's like, wait a minute, I broke up with him and he's still happy? He's even a happier person than what he was? Right. He's even stronger and smarter and making more money, he has a better job. Look at his car. How do you get that car? He wasn't making that much money with. How could he afford a Mercedes? Now she has that anxiety, that fear of loss. She no longer has the control. You do, because you're the one that walked away. You set the tone like, hey, you don't want me? Peace, I'm gone. I'm a better person than that. I'm out.
And another reason why walking away creates attraction is due to the law of scarcity. Human beings value things that are in limited quantities. It's just a natural propensity for human beings to value things that are limited, that are the value, the quantity of it is scarce, it's exclusive. It heightens the value because at the time of the breakup, you were in her face every day, multiple times a day. The severity of those texts, the essays that you were sending, the voicemails that you were sending were minutes long, doing drive-bys and things like that. She knew where you stood. But when you remove your attention and your attention becomes scarce, it drives up the value, because she sees you as worthless right now, because the behaviors that you are exhibiting are of low value. You know that you're not acting in a way that's attractive, but it's what you feel you need to do to cope with the grieving process and to try to fix the situation. But when you remove your attention becomes scarce, and now it raises your value. Just like Opus said, everybody knows how people are gonna react, especially men during a breakup. They're gonna act in a lot of unsavory ways. So she's expecting you to act like this. She's expecting you to cry yourself to sleep. She's expecting you to try to bribe and manipulate her to get back with you, to get back with you. She's expecting that. But when you go absolutely no contact and she doesn't hear a peep out of you anymore, it's gonna raise the value in her eyes, because we just have a natural desire or natural inclination to respect things that are exclusive and in limited quantity. And we were out in Birmingham not Birmingham, Alabama, Birmingham, Michigan. It's a suburb of Detroit. One day we were out shooting some projects, and we saw two Lamborghini. I think they were probably like Murcielagos, maybe Aventadors. Two Lamborghinis back to back. Everybody in the entire street, us included, stopped and stared. Because why? You don't see Lamborghinis that often, especially in Detroit. So Lamborghinis are scarce. And we take notice of that. So when you pull your attention away from your ex, she's gonna take notice. And by you continuing to go no contact after 2 weeks, after 4 weeks, after a month, after 90 days, you've separated yourself not from who you used to be, but after the breakup, you've separated yourself from other men, and she's gonna take notice. So scarcity is something that you have to realize after no contact, because you're doing a lot of uncharacteristic things that you've probably never done before. You feel like out of character, like, man, I'm not acting like myself. Leave a comment below about something that you've done that was uncharacteristic of you, something that you've never done before, you find yourself doing after a breakup. For me, I was writing poems. I was writing poems, and I never write poetry.
I did the same thing.
I love to write, but I've never written poems before.
I make music. I made a little love song, man. It was supposed to be like a minute long, whatnot. A little love song, little instrumental beat in the background. So another way while walking away creates attraction is that uncertainty. She doesn't even know if she made the right decision. She was already hesitant to break up with you, and now she broke up with you, and now you don't improve yourself. You're on a higher level. You're smarter, more confident. You got your teeth whitened. You got a tooth right here now because you didn't have it with her.
Right, now you got Danny Brown.
You got a whole, yeah.
Danny Brown he's got teeth now.
You got all your front teeth and everything now, and now she's like, man, why did I leave Murphy? I know we were going through our little problems. And she's gonna start doubting herself, guys. She's gonna start doubting herself, like, man, why did I break up with him? Maybe I shouldn't have broke up with him. I just made a wrong decision. I shouldn't have done that. So stupid. What was I thinking? Oh my God. And then she gets that anxiety I was telling you about. That's when she's like looking at her phone and like contemplating, trying to give herself some type of excuse or reasoning to contact you. Like, I should just ask him what that restaurant was called. Yeah, he won't think that I'm like missing him and liking. That's a simple question. I'm just gonna ask him a simple question. That's all. Call you up, ask you a dumb question in hopes that you actually invite her out on a date. She's trying to see like where you stand basically, because she's unsure. She has that uncertainty. She doesn't know where she stands at now. She's confused in the head. She doesn't know what to think. But I know I can get him back. And the next minute is, well, he hasn't been calling me. He's just doing better. I mean, he looks good. I'm sure that the fact that he looks better now and has more muscle, he probably has more girls too. Oh my God. So she starts getting confused. This is powerful.
It's powerful. You might think that going no contact is being manipulative and playing games. No, it's not. You're giving your ex exactly what they want. They told you, please stop calling me. Please respect my choice. We're done. You go no contact, you're respecting their wishes. It's not manipulative, because this is what you need to do for your mental health, for your healing process, for your grieving process. It's not manipulative. And it's the best way to get your ex back. That uncertainty is going to lead to mystery, because she doesn't know where you stand. At one point in time, she did know exactly where you stood, how you felt about her, what you felt that you needed to do to get her back. She knew exactly where you were. It's a lot about ego. So I know I can get him back at any time if I want to. I got him wrapped around my finger. Just one phone call and he'll be back like nothing ever happened. When you take that attention away from them, it's going to turn the tables. It's going to flip a switch in the mind of your ex to say, whoa, wait a minute. Where is he? I can't get him back now. And despite what she's got going on in her life, whether she's dating someone else, if she's on Tinder, if she's dealing with a rebound situation, you remove that control and you envelop her mind in mystery. Oh my goodness, man. You guys have no idea the type of responses that you're gonna get, because you want your ex to be doubtful about not just if she made the right decision, about what's going on in your mind, what's going on in your life. Is he dating someone else? She's gonna start looking at your Instagram. She's gonna start looking at what you're doing on TikTok. She's gonna be contacting your friends, your brother, to know, is he dating anyone new? Is Murphy dating anybody new? What's going on? Why hasn't he contacted? Is he still in love with me? That's the exact response and mentality that you wanna have in your ex. And you need to embrace that. So by you walking away, it's creating scarcity, therefore by creating mystery and uncertainty in the mind of your ex. And what it also does, it creates tension. That anxiety is building up after 2 weeks, after 4 weeks, after 6 weeks, after 8 weeks, and she hasn't heard from you. The tension is starting to become unbearable, because now you've turned the tides. You've gone from needy and desperate to attractive. And now she doesn't know where you stand. She doesn't know about your whereabouts. She doesn't know what's going on. Maybe she has Instagram and social media, maybe she doesn't. And if she doesn't, she really has no idea what you're doing and what's going on in your life. All she knows is that you were once in her face every day, multiple times a day, begging to get back with her, and now you're a ghost in the wind. And that terrifies her, because it invalidates her decision. Her decision was, I want to leave him because he's not the best choice in my life. And by her breaking up with you and you acting very uncharacteristic, you validated and reaffirmed her choice. And now by you walking away, she's in doubt about if she made the best decision. And that tension is bubbling up to the surface to cause her to be desperate, to cause her to be needy, to cause her to reach out to you and call you and text you and to look at your stories on Instagram and to do drive-bys. And now the tables have turned. Now she's having sleepless nights. Now she can't eat. Now she's losing weight, because that uncertainty is driving her insane to say, look, maybe I was wrong about him. I want to reach out to him, and I made a bad decision. I want to reach out. That tension is driving her to make a decision and to send you a hey stranger or hey big head or something of that nature. So embrace that tension that walking away creates. But you can only do this by turning your back on your ex and putting those feet to the pavement and walking away. Walking away from your ex, from the one that you love, is hard. It feels like you get punched in the gut.
It's hard, yeah.
It's painful.
In there.
Woo. It's painful. You want to run towards your ex and do what you need to do, what you feel like you need to do to remedy the situation, and to walk away.
You have to fix it.
Right. That's foreign.
I can't fix it if I just walk away.
Right. Flies in the face of everything that you know. So to walk away, most guys struggle with this. Most people struggle with this, rather. And that's why we have another video that talks a little bit more in depth about why walking away creates attraction. Go ahead and click that link to the left, and we'll see you on the flip side.
Peace.